Do you know the chart pattern that can tell you if the market is about to explode up or crash down? Today, I will show you the rising wedge and falling wedge patterns. Simple but powerful tools for any trader. Welcome back. So if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly hit that subscribe button, like this video, share this video so that others will benefit. We also have a Telegram channel where we post market insights and signals free of charge. You can join. I will drop the link in the description of this video or the comment section of this video. So now today I want to teach you how to trade and spot the rising wedge and the falling wedge. This is one of the powerful patterns we have right there, and it works perfectly. So let me teach you how to do that, the easiest way to trade it, and immediately you spot it on your chart, how you can set your TP and your stop loss while trading it. So now, what is the definition of a wedge? Let's say the market is consolidating, right? Where price gets squeezed between the support and resistance. Let me show you. If, for example, let's say this, like this, would represent our rising wedge, right? Now, this is the market. The market will be consolidating around this wedge. So just be consolidating probably around this wedge, depending. You see the markets moving in different directions just within this wedge. So this is how the rising wedge look like. I'll show you this in the live chat. I just want you to get the clear picture of how it looks like. So this is just how the rising wedge look like. As the name implies, you can see that the market is sloping upward, while then I told you we have the falling wedge, right? The falling wedge, you see it in this form, as the name implies also. Sorry. I need to take this out. Give you this clearly. So you can see the market is sloping down, just as the name implies. Right? You can see some maybe movement along the way also. So this is the falling wedge, and this is the rising wedge. So what you observe is that on the rising wedge, the market is sloping, the consolidation is sloping upward, while in falling wedge, a consolidation will be forming downward, it will be consolidating downward. I hope you get. So this is how it looks like. Now I will show you this on a live chat and show you how this strategy works perfectly. How to set your stop loss, how to set your take profits, and how to maximize your gain using this particular strategy. And this strategy, it works on all time frame. Currently, this is BTC USD or the daily time frame. This is a live chart. This is the current price of BTC as at today, right? And I observed that BTC is forming the rising wedge, right? So now How do we trade the rising wedge? When we observe there's a rising wedge, the first thing to do is to mark out the zones. You bring out you can use either your trend line or your channel to draw this. So you mark out the zone. Let me take this down so you can see there. You mark out the zone, right? Now, after marking out the zone, you observe that okay, it's forming the sloping is sloping upward. That is the consolidation is sloping upward, right? So you wait for a breakout. You wait for a breakout, and usually in this case, most of the time, you will see that this market can either go like this, come like this, and break out. Sometimes we do have a retest after the breakout. It can either not even complete this journey. It can come and break out, go back for a retest, and continue falling down. I hope you get. So now, what will be your entry mode? Now your signal, this is your first signal. Your first signal is for you to wait for the breakout. Don't enter the trade, right? You wait for the breakout. Like I said, this work on all time frame. If you are a day trader, you can use this on smaller time frame. If you are a scalper, you can use this on smaller time frame, right? If you are a swing trader, you can use this particular time frame or higher time frame, depending on the kind of trader you are. I hope you get this. So now, after you observe the breakout, what will be your entry criteria? Your entry criteria is that there is a signal of breakouts, which is a bearish breakout. Remember, this is the rising wedge, right? Then you enter immediately after the breakouts. Let's see, shorts, right? You enter. So some usually put their stop loss above the wedge. Why some will just put it, some conservative traders will just put it here, just inside the wedge. Why most of the time it is advisable to put the stop loss above the wedge is because sometimes this market might just do some kind of funny things like this and go like this just to take you out, because they know a lot of people are putting their stop loss here to take you out and continue going down. You get it, to take you out and continue going down. So now, how do you measure your TP? For your SL to be this long, you should definitely be expecting 2 times your XL or above 2 times your XL. So now that is your profit, right? So now how would you now mark your TP? Your TP would be, you target the previous support zone. You go back to the market. You know the previous support zone, right? You mark it out, and that will be your TP. That will be your TP. So let's say this is your previous support zone, right? So now your support zone will not turn to your resistance, might turn to your resistance zone probably. So just imagine, look at how long your TP is. Like I told you, your TP must definitely be more than your SA. You get, your TP must be more than your SA. I hope you get this. So now, once you're in profits in such scenario, you now move your SL to break even, meaning you are trading risk-free, a risk-free trade, so that you don't have to always check the market. You move your SL to break even and let the rest, the market run and play out. I hope you get this. So this is just how the rising wedge work. This is how it works. So now let me show you how the falling wedge work on this stock. remember I told you you can, apart from using this on all time frame, you can also use it on any currency pair, any stock, any crypto or whatsoever. So now let's go to stocks and let's search. I observe there is one wedge here, FLNC, right? This particular one which I marked already. So I observe there's a falling wedge here. You see? There's a falling wedge here. Now what happened in this scenario? We have a breakout. Right? So there is possibility that this market wants to come and retest before it continues going up. Before it continues going up. So now, let's say you enter this market immediately when you see the breakout and the close of a candlestick above the breakout. Please note, you need to wait for a close of candlestick for confirmation. Now your stop loss is just here, right? And your TP, we said, can be the next resistance, right? In the case of a falling wedge. So you check the next resistance available resistance zone and set it as your TP. Another way to set your TP is for you to measure. You get your ruler. You measure just from this middle. You measure the middle. We got 2.06. You get your ruler again. You measure from this breakout. From that breakout, you measure that 2.6. Is it 2.6? We got 2.6, right? Let's measure it again. From the middle, we said. Okay, we got 1.9 here. You can actually measure this side depending on, you can see because it's sloping, but usually I advise you just measure the middle. Get the middle from the beginning of the middle. We got 1.96, right? 1.96 here. Then you get your ruler again from the breakout and measure 1.96. 1.96. Right? So 1.96. So this is where your TP, using this method, this is where your TP, which I prefer using actually. That's the TP I usually use if I'm trading this particular strategy. So now we'll mark out the TP zone just here, right? So this will be our final TP if we're entering this trade. This would be our final TP if you're entering the trade. This strategy works perfectly. You don't need to keep stressing yourself all the time. Trading is easy. Get a strategy that works perfectly. I always tell my community this. Get a strategy that works perfectly for you. And ignore the noises from people and so. Focus on yourself. Focus, in short, cancel every other signal you get and focus on just a strategy that works for you. And document what you are doing for that month, just between you and yourself. If your strategy hit Excel, don't mind. If your strategy hit Excel, don't get discouraged and now say you are not you don't want to trade yourself again. You want to depend on somebody. That is how you keep doing it. It will mess up with your psychology. I hope you get that. To mess up with your psychology, so stick to your strategy. Document it, journal it for complete 1 month and see first. If you don't have the money, you can use a demo account, but I always advise use your own money. Use your money, even if it is a cent account. Just make sure it is your money so that you will fight that emotion. Because some people, if they are using demo accounts, they just they don't care. They don't get scared of anything. you get to, and they don't build up that confidence. I hope you get, but using your real money, even if it's a cent account, you know, just get a cent account and practice your strategy for good 1 month without using any other person's strategy, without using any other person's signal, just you, yourself, and writing out your journal for complete 1 month. This should be a challenge I'm giving to you right now. Do this for complete 1 month and see your results. If your trading is above 60 or 50%, then you are doing very well. If your trading outcome at the end of the month came out above 50% to 60%, you are doing very, very well. Don't get discouraged. I always tell you guys this, right? If you have watched this video to this extent and you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, because we drop very good educational content on this channel. We teach you so many things that will make the trading easy for you. So like I said, what I usually do is that after I've entered the trade and I'm in a good profit, I usually move my SL to break even. Always do this to manage your risks. Move your SL usually to break even, so you don't keep checking the market. And once your TP has gotten to either maybe half of your 50% of your TP, you take out some percentage. You take out some percentage of your TP and leave the remaining one to run to your full TP. I hope you get that. You leave the remaining one to run to your full TP. So the tips I'll give you here using this strategy is that you should always wait for a confirmed breakout with the volume, please. Always wait for a confirmed breakout with volume. Then usually there are fake outs. Sometimes fake outs are common, so don't rush, please. Fake out just to fake people, because you know the markets won't just play to your tone exactly the way you want. They will play with your emotions, and so you need to be very patient. Okay? So this also works on all time frames. Scalpers can use it, swing traders can use it, day traders can also use it. So, in summary, we said the rising is usually bearish, right? The falling is usually bullish. And if you want a very high probability setup, you combine these with the trend, okay? And the support and resistance. So, see you in our next video. Bye.